Welcome students. In the previous class we discussed about the construction of Sx plus or minus ket vector and Sx operator. And today we can replace the Sx operator by Sy. So this is our SG experiment diagram and psi is the initial state and we are measuring the z component of the spin and we will get two ket vectors, that is sz plus or sz plus and sz minus, and we are blocking the sz minus component, and now the sz plus is the input to the SGY measurement. That is, here we are measuring the y component of the spin. Instead of Sx we are using Sy operator. Again we will get two components, that is Sy plus and Sy minus. We are blocking the Sy minus component and Sy plus component is the input of SGZ. And finally we will get two components, that is Sz plus and Sz minus. For simplicity we will use ket plus and ket minus, and the corresponding eigenvalues are Sz is equal to plus h cross by 2 and Sz equal to minus h cross by 2. And in the previous class we constructed Sx plus or minus ket, and the similar procedure can be applied here also to produce the Sy plus or minus ket. So we will get Sy plus or minus ket is equal to 1 by root 2 ket plus or minus e to the power I delta 2 1 by root 2 ket minus. Here delta 2 is the phase factor, and in case of Sx plus or minus we used the delta 1 as the phase factor. And Sy operator, like in case of Sx operator, Sy is equal to h cross by 2 e to the power minus I delta 2. That is, instead of delta 1 we can use delta 2, another phase factor, e to the power minus delta 2 ket plus bra minus plus e to the power I delta 2 ket minus and bra plus. So now we have to find out, or we have to formulate a connection between the phase factor delta 1 and delta 2, or is there any relationship between Sx plus or minus Sy plus or minus. For that our XG experiment is like this, that is psi is the initial state, and first we are measure the x component of the spin and we will get two components, Sx plus and Sx minus, and we are blocking the Sx minus component and Sx plus is the input component. Then we are measuring the y component of the spin. So first we are measuring the x component of the spin, and the second case y component of the spin. So here the input is Sx initial state or the input state. Here Sx plus is the initial state and the final state is the two states, that is Sy plus and Sy minus with the corresponding eigenvalues plus h cross by 2 and minus h cross by 2. Now probability of getting plus h cross by 2 or minus h cross by 2, we know that it is half, because the total probability is the total probability for getting the two eigenvalues are 1. So the probability of getting plus h cross by 2 or minus h cross by 2, it is 1 by 2. And we know how to find out the probability, that is we are taking the inner product of the final state and initial state. So here the final state is Sy plus and Sy minus. So we can write it as Sy plus or minus, and the initial state is Sx plus and taking the modulus and square. So the probability is 1 by 2. Now we can substitute the values of Sy plus or minus and Sx plus. Sy plus or minus, and in the previous class we discussed or we constructed the Sx plus, and we can substitute the values here. So we will get 1 plus or minus e to the power I delta 1 minus delta 2 the whole square is equal to 2. Now, so this is probability. This is a complex number, and multiplying with a multiplying with the complex conjugate of the number. For example, psi is the wave function and psi star gives the probability, that is psi square. So similarly, this can be written as 1 plus or minus e to the power I delta 2, and taking the complex conjugate of this number, that is here I, then here it will become minus I. So 1 plus or minus e to the power minus I delta 1 minus delta 2 is equal to 2. Then so 1 into 1 is 1, then again 1 into e to the power minus I delta 1 minus delta 2 is e to the power minus I delta 1 minus delta 2, and again we are multiplying this e to the power I delta 1 minus delta 2 with 1, that is e to the power I delta 1 minus delta 2. The last terms are these two second terms, that is e to the power I delta 1 minus delta 2 and e to the power minus I delta 1 minus delta 2. Anyway, we will get e to the power 0, that is 1. So 1 which is equal to 2. Then 1 plus 1 is 2. Then this term can be written as, this can be considered as, the second term can be considered as e to the power minus I theta. E to the power minus I theta is cos theta minus I sin theta, and this one can be considered as e to the power I theta, that is cos theta plus I sin theta. We can substitute this result, then we will get 2 plus or minus 2 cos delta 1 minus delta 2 is equal to 2. Then we can divide these terms by, all these terms by 2, then we will get 1 plus or minus cos delta 1 minus delta 2 is equal to 1, and cos delta 1 minus delta 2 is equal to 0, because 1 minus 1 is 0. Therefore, cos something is 0 means this term is, this phase difference is, this phase difference should be plus or minus pi by 2. So delta 1 minus delta 2 is equal to plus or minus pi by 2. That means we constructed the operator Sx and Sy already. So the and we know that how to represent these operator in the matrix form. The matrix elements of Sx and Sy, and the sum of the matrix elements are real and some of the elements are imaginary. If we take Sx is real, if we take the Sx operator is real, then Sy is purely an imaginary. Therefore, we can give a situation like this, that is, put delta 1 is equal to 0. Here, if you put delta 1 is equal to 0, and we will get the phase factor delta 2 as plus or minus pi by 2. And we know the value of Sx operator. This is the value of Sx operator. And we are using the right-handed coordinate system. So, if delta 1 is equal to 0, if we are using the right-handed coordinate system, then delta 2 is equal to plus pi by 2. Then Sx equal to, this is Sx, this is the Sx operator, and we are giving the values of value of delta 1 as 0. So e to the power 0 is, here e to the power 0 is 1, here also e to the power 0 is 1, because delta 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, Sx can be written as Sx equal to plus h cross by 2 ket plus bra minus plus ket minus bra plus, and the ket vector Sx plus or minus is equal to, we already know the value of Sx plus or minus ket, and we are putting we are giving the value of delta 1 as 0. Then we will get the result as 1 by root 2 ket plus or minus e to the power, this is Sx plus, and we are giving the value of delta 1 as 0, then the result is this one, that is Sx plus or minus equal to 1 by root 2 ket plus or minus 1 by root 2 ket minus. Then the second one is, we are putting delta 1 is equal to 0 and delta 2 is equal to pi by 2. So delta 2 is equal to pi by 2. Again, Sy is equal to, Sy is, what is Sy? This is Sy. This is the operator Sy. Here delta 2 is here, and Sy ket vector, Sy plus or minus ket vector, and we can put the value of delta 2 as 0 in both these cases. Therefore, we will get Sy is equal to h cross by 2 minus I ket plus bra minus plus I ket minus bra plus. So we can conclude that the matrix elements in SY operators are purely imaginary. This is the first term, it contains I, and this is the second term, it also contains I. So the metric elements are purely imaginary in case of the operator SY. That is, if we are taking delta 1 is equal to 0, then delta 2 is equal to pi by 2. If you are taking delta 1 is equal to 0 means Sx is purely, the matrix elements of Sx are purely real, and the SY components are purely imaginary. And we can construct SY plus or minus as SY plus or minus ket is, we are putting the this is the SY plus or minus, and here delta 2 is equal to 0, then the result will be SY plus or minus equal to 1 by root 2 ket plus or minus 1 by root 2 minus 1. So this is an illustration of spin half system.